Hi, my name is Jennifer Burch, and this is my video recording for my action research project that is problem-based for satisfying Module 5 of the RS 916 course called Problem-Based Research in Action at Aspen University. The project that I've chosen is called Increasing Engagement During Emergency Online Learning. What techniques did teachers employ to maintain or increase student engagement? Teachers were kind of put in a tough situation in March of 2020 when the school they taught in suddenly closed and went to all online learning at spring break. That means for them, the fourth block did not count toward anyone's grades. They were given directions by the school board and the administration that no students' grades could be lowered during this time period for failure to complete or to meet the requirements of the course. They could only be used to go up. So therefore, many teachers reported that a large number of students became disengaged by this because they knew it couldn't hurt their grades, and so they simply checked out and chose not to participate in class anymore. And it was kind of this 9 weeks or this semester doesn't count. The school we're talking about is already on a block schedule where students can earn 16 credits each year, 8 credits in the fall and 8 credits in the spring. So from August to October is what's considered block 1. From October to December is block 2. Block 1 and block 2 are combined together to make a semester's worth of credit or a unit. Then after Christmas, from January to March, middle of March, that's block 3. That's a new set of courses for each student, and teachers receive a new set of students for their coursework that they teach. Then in March to May is block 4. So teachers had to find a way to keep their marginalized and disengaged students on track during these hybrid online classes. And students that chose to attend the school in person attended class in one of 2 tracks. Group A attended class Monday and Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday were online. Group B attended class Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday online, and then Thursday and Friday they were in class. So there was a couple of different ways that teachers could choose to do this. And so this action research is going to determine which way is best for students, keeps them most engaged, and what other methods or techniques could be used to keep these students engaged. So Wednesdays were all online for both teachers and students. That allowed the staff to come in and clean the school before the new set of students showed up on Thursday, and allowed teachers a little bit more prep time. So who will be involved in this action research project? Well, the students will be involved. The teachers will be involved. Counselors will then kind of help with scheduling, administrators, the researcher, myself, of course, and then the school board. I need to talk about obstacles. One obstacle is time. Teachers are notoriously short of time, and many teachers reported during the 2021 school year that they spent an enormous amount of time prepping their lessons for this new format. Another is failure to participate by either teachers or students to the surveys or to the feedback that we're asking. And then another is just an administrator could be difficult and not allow the researcher access to the students, the records, or the teachers. Some solutions to this are to work with teachers during plan time. They have a 90-minute block of plan, and most are pretty willing to spend that time working with researchers if needed. Offer incentives to return surveys, and then share access to the entire staff with completed, with the idea that it would help all students and teachers improve their education. So solutions or interventions approach. We're going to look at 2 different types of presentation schedule from the teacher's perspective and determine which one works best. The first is an A-B schedule for lessons, where on Monday, they offer lesson A. On Tuesday, the teacher offers lesson B. On Wednesday, a worksheet or an assessment is assigned, and then Thursday, the teacher presents lesson A to new students, to the students that are showing up for their Thursday, Friday classes, and Friday, lesson B. This means that the lessons need to be longer in length, and cover more curriculum because they still have to cover the same amount of curriculum in the same amount of weeks, which means they have a 9-week class time period to cover a semester's worth of information. A straight schedule lesson would look like this. On Monday, they would present lesson A, Tuesday, lesson B, Wednesday, worksheets and assessment, Thursday, lesson C, and Friday, lesson D. That means they wouldn't have to cover as much material at once, but the students would be more responsible for accessing that material in the following way. Lessons would be presented live via Zoom each day during each class period, so that students may sign in and watch and participate live with their other cohort students. Now, if you're following the AB schedule, you probably wouldn't want students to do that because they're going to see or hear the lesson on the day that they show up for class. Worksheets and assignments will be kept on Google Classroom. And the teachers reported that they needed to adjust that pretty heavily. About 90% of their coursework that they used to teach had to be adjusted to be presented in this new format. To measure effectiveness, we would complete some Likert scale surveys. We'd ask students to complete that, parents to complete that, and educators to complete that, and use that subjective measure of how engaged the student felt, how engaged the teacher felt the students were, how engaged the parent felt their students were. Objective measures for this would then be grades, assignment completion rate, and time analysis for teacher students. Google Classroom can follow all this and keep track of it, and we can also look by looking at taking a deep dive into the teachers' grade books and how they kept track of completion of assignments for the grade books. That would give us a great deal of information. I need to say thank you to the teachers of Choctaw High School Freshman Center for their information and telling me how they managed their year. Most of them felt that it was difficult, but at the same time, these wonderful teachers also felt like they had given their best effort to their students, and some felt like they had taught better under these emergency trying circumstances than they ever had before. So I wanted to say thank you to everyone who participated, and thank you to you all who watched.